If you're new to working out with dumbbells and you're not quite sure how to get started, then I got you covered, and all you need is the space the size of this yoga mat and 20 minutes to get this going. In today's workout, I'm gonna be taking you through 10 foundational dumbbell exercises, and I'm gonna be coaching you every step of the way to make sure that you are doing proper form on every exercise. We're gonna be doing each exercise for 40 seconds of work, followed by 20 seconds of rest, and we're gonna go through this 10 exercise circuit 2 times. No more messing around. Grab your dumbbells, create a little bit of space, and let's go. All right, let's get this rocking. Your first exercise is up on the screen here. You need 2 dumbbells to get started. We're just gonna do a classic sumo squat to get the lower body going here. And I like to hold these on the ends like this. So widen your feet, grab your dumbbells, 2, 1, and boom. We're gonna come down. I want your knees going forward, slightly out while you keep your chest up. Go down for just a little tap of the dumbbells on the ground. I'm gonna show you from a couple different angles here. So notice my knees are going forward, and I'm pushing them slightly away from each other while I keep my chest up. I'm not rounded here. And at the top, when we're coming up, I want you to think a little squeeze of the quads here, squeeze of the glutes. Right, so we're getting all the lower body going here. Right, and this is one where eventually you'll be able to do much more weight on this. We got just a nice foundational movement here. Let's just go nice and easy to start. 2, 1, and good. All right, classic pullover here. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you just do 1 dumbbell on this first set. And then when we come back around, I'll have you do 2. But I want you to get the dumbbell just held on the ends right here, or hold right there, like on the head of the dumbbell here. Add in a bridge, 2, 1, and then you're gonna reach back. I reach back with my thumbs pointed out. Good, little tap of the ground, and then power back. Tap, and then power back. And this isn't super heavy at the moment, that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna do everything twice here. So I will encourage you, but if we can, we're gonna bump the weight up on the second set. But for now, just get these movements down. Notice I'm in a full bridge. My glutes are squeezed here. My arms are staying nice and straight as I reach back, and I'm going pretty much about as far back as I can. Great, give me about 2, 3 more. There's our 5-second warning. Great, last 1, 2, 1, and excellent. All right, here's one that might take a couple practice rounds here, and I'm actually gonna, at the end of the video, link to a full tutorial for this exercise. We're gonna do a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So check this out on the video over here. What I want you to think is we are not letting the knees come forward. All right, 2, 1, boom. We're gonna soft bend in the knees, and then we're moving through the hips. So a lot of people want to squat this movement here. Again, that's gonna be more for the quads. This one is gonna be for our glutes and our hamstrings. So soft knee, push your butt back. I'm just letting these dumbbells go to just a little bit below my kneecap. And I'm gonna reverse that movement by really driving through my heels and squeezing the glutes here. So boom, up, got it, weight in the heels, right there. Squeeze and stand. I'm keeping my chest out, meaning I'm not rounding here. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you here, but this is a very important exercise to get down. 2, 1, and good. Again, we're gonna practice that again later, and then I'm gonna link a full tutorial at the end of this video for that. Next up, just a classic shoulder press here. All right, on the video, you can see just a good old shoulder press here. What I want you to see from this side here is my elbows aren't straight out to the side. I have them slightly in like so. So pop these up, 2, 1, elbows slightly in, and then I'm just going straight up as I'm keeping my core nice and tight here. Get to just about the top of the shoulder, and then power it up. If your 2 dumbbells are a little bit too heavy for that, you could absolutely do shoulder press with a single dumbbell as well. Right, but if we can, rock these, and every time I set up, I make sure to get that little elbow angle in towards the midline of the body, and then I start pressing from there. Just a much safer shoulder angle for you to do some overhead pressing here. All right, let's do 2, 1, and good. Classic crunch. So for the crunch, what I want you to do, and I want you to experiment around with this and see which one feels better for you. You can do the crunch with your feet up in the air, or you can do the crunch with your feet flat on the ground. Either one is fine. I encourage you to try both and see which one you like better. 2, 1, and we're going. Coming up like this. So I'll do just a couple where my feet are nice and flat on the ground. All right, and then I'm gonna bring up a couple here, like so. and I'm gonna see which one I feel a little bit better in my abs. If your feet are up and you're feeling your back, you're feeling your hips a bunch, just lay them flat. Good. And then just continue on like this. Notice I'm not going into a full sit-up, but I'm just aiming for getting my shoulder blades up off the ground, getting a nice crunch with the abs here, and give me about another 1, 2, 1, and got it. Excellent. All right, we're gonna stay down. I want you to grab your other dumbbell here, and we're gonna do just some classic skull crushers for our triceps here. Now, watch on the video. Notice I'm not moving through my shoulder. Everything is just a movement at the elbow. 2, 1, and good. All right, so I'm gonna be here. All right, dumbbells are gonna be just outside my ears, and then I'm just gonna press straight up, or I should say extend straight up and squeeze the back of my arms. Good. Again, notice, again, I'm not moving at the shoulder like we were for the pullovers. This is just all at the elbow so that I can isolate the triceps here, isolate the back of the arms. If your 2 dumbbells are too heavy, go down to 1. This one I like to come behind the head and then push us a little bit up and back. On the same idea, squeeze the back of your arm, exhale on the way up. 2, 1, and good. All right, what do we got next? Reverse lunges here. So bring it up. All right, and we're gonna alternate through a reverse lunge. So like I'll start with my right leg going back, then I'll go with the left leg going back. All right, and I'm gonna give you some alternatives if this starts bugging your knees at all. All right, let's go. 2, 1, and got it. So step back, get a little tap of your knee, drive it up. Step back on the other side, little tap of your knee, drive it up. If going all the way down hurts, the first thing I want you to do is try to just do a body weight reverse lunge like so. If that still hurts, I want you to do a wall sit instead. So I'm gonna come back here, right? Just find a wall anywhere and just go down into a squat and change out your reverse lunge to a wall sit. But for those of us that can, we're gonna continue on. All right. Light little tap of the ground with that back knee, drive it up. Other side, give me 1 more, 2, 1, and got it. All right, I'm gonna stay standing, and we're gonna do some bicep curls next. I'll give my grip a little break. That's the one thing you do have to be aware of. We're doing a lot of dumbbell stuff. Feel free, give your grip a break, set the dumbbells down in between exercises, shake it out, get a little stretch here. And now we're gonna curl. All right, 2, 1, and good. Neutral grip at the bottom, all the way to underhand grip, and then nice and controlled down, and then I stop. I look, I keep my elbow glued on the side, meaning I don't get into this here. That's just a bunch of shoulder. So I don't want to see this thing right here. Nice and strict. Elbows glued to your side. Good squeeze, good flex at the top. I always say, show them off, flex them. Good. Let everybody see those biceps. Good. And then bring it down, nice and controlled. We're not swinging. All right, we're going neutral grip at the bottom, underhand grip at the top here. Give me 1 more, 2, 1, and got it. All right, let's work on some more glutes here. So we're gonna do some bridging. All right, so this isn't too crazy here, but you do have to be aware that when you set dumbbells in your lap, let's just do 1 to start. We'll do 2 on the second round, is you have to hold it here or it's gonna roll towards your face. 2, 1, and we're up. This isn't super heavy. That's okay. I want you to hold for about 2 seconds at the top. Drive through your heels, right there. Squeeze your butt, hold for 2 seconds, bring it back down, and then right back up. Yeah, if I'm not holding this here, it's gonna roll right into my face. That's not gonna be good. All right, so I'll give it 2 seconds, hold it in the hips there, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We got a little bit of time still. Right, yep, good job. Nice, and up. Right there, let's go 1 more, get a little longer hold here. 2, 1, and excellent. Okay, we're gonna stay down. Right, we're gonna bring in the other dumbbell for some classic chest flies. For the chest flies, notice the worst thing that you can do on this is to have your arms perfectly straight. As you're doing this, you always want a little bend in the elbow. So we're gonna start with the arm straight at the top. All right, let's do it. Reach out, but unlock your elbows just a little bit. So right there, my hands and the dumbbell should not be touching the ground. They should be off the ground a little bit. And then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna stop right there. That's it. and then you're gonna reverse it. All right, a little tap of the ground, squeeze your chest, stop right there, and then bring it back down. Little bend in the elbow, squeeze, 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 stop right there, and reverse it. So I'm reaching out really, really long, but my arms are not straight. You're gonna wreck your shoulder if you do that. Always have that little bend in the elbow. Give me another 2, 1, and got it. And there is round 1 on what I think are kind of the most foundational dumbbell exercises that we could do. We just hit basically every major muscle in the body and some extra biceps, triceps bonus there. Now let's do it again and get a little more practice in. All right, wide stance, I like the toes out just a little bit, chest up, knees forward out, come up, little squeeze of the quads, little squeeze of the glutes, and then control back down. Perfect, not rounding, chest stay up, think you have a logo on your shirt that's gonna stay up, pointing forward the whole time. All right. Good job. Right, bring it up, nice control, little tap of those dumbbells down on the ground. Notice my knees I'm not going aggressive on it. I'm not like going like that, but I do try to keep my knees going slightly away from each other. All right, 2, 1, and good. Okay, now for the pullover, we're gonna add in the second dumbbell. So you're gonna piece them together like this, and then we're gonna still maintain that full bridge. We're gonna reach way back, get a little tap on the ground with the dumbbells, and we're gonna target our lats on this one. All right, let's do it. Bring it up, reach back, little tap on the ground. Again, here's where I do wanna be moving through the shoulder. Where I told you on the skull crushers, no moving through the shoulder. This one, we absolutely do want to be moving at that shoulder joint here. Reach back, little tap on the ground, and then power back to the start. Reach, 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 a little touch, and power. Maintain that full bridge, bring those hips back up if we've let them drop. All right, guys, still want total body workout here, so be a little extra glute, just holding this bridge. All right, 1 more, 2, 1, and got it. All right, back up to practice that Romanian deadlift. All right, okay, this is the tricky one. Not squatting this, moving through the hips, targeting this area right here. All right, let's do it. Soft knee, 2, 1, and go. Push back, stop right there where your dumbbell's just a little bit below your kneecap, and then come up and squeeze. Notice I'm keeping these dumbbells really close to my body. So cue that helps you. A lot of people is think you're gonna paint the front of your leg with the dumbbells on the way down. You're not getting them way out front like this. Hips back, dumbbells close, squeeze and stand. All right. Good job. Okay, this isn't probably super, super heavy. That's okay. I just want you to get the form down, make sure we're doing everything correctly, and then we can increase the weight as we go. Good on that. All right, bring it down. Shoulder presses again. Okay, big thing. I don't have this straight line out to the side from my elbow to my shoulder. I want it slightly tucked in like this. Way, way, way better on your shoulders. We're doing some pressing overhead. All right, let's get it. Clock has started. All right, up. Good job. And up. Nice. Take all the way down. All right, almost tap the top of your shoulder and then power back up. Right. I like this half kneeling position here, especially if you're working out somewhere that has, low ceilings, right? But we also recruit a little bit of core here in this half kneeling position, which is a little bit unstable. So tighten that core up too. Make sure you're not wobbling all over the place. And then we're pressing. Oh, good job. Give me 1 more, 2, 1, and got it. All right, back to our crunching. Okay, so now you should have an idea of which one you like better. Feet up in the air or feet flat on the ground. If you do have the feet flat on the ground, make sure we got a little bend in the knees. And then we're just bringing this dumbbell straight up and crunching away. All right, 2, 1, and let's do it. Exhale on your crunch. Come up, get a little, sorry. There it was. Oh, good. And up. Nice. Get a few. I want the feet up. and you kind of think you're going towards your toes with the dumbbell, that's great. Either one is absolutely fine. Don't fall for these videos online where they go absolutes. Like you have to do one exercise this way, or you have to do it this way. There's a lot of individual tweaks that make a big difference from person to person. So 2, 1, and good. All right, staying down. Right, back to our skull crushers. Again, if you can continue to do this with the 2 dumbbells, again, main difference, here's our pullover where the shoulders are moving. Here's our skull crusher where we're just moving at the elbow. Use the 2 if you can. Go down to the single dumbbell if you need to. All right, right here. Bam. Now there are some more tweaks and techniques that we can do to a lot of these exercises. Being if this is like the first time you're ever doing these, I don't want to overwhelm you with that stuff. So I want you to think just outside your ears. Good. Once you really get this foundational technique down, and we're actually feeling these in the right spot, then we can start adding in the little tips and tricks there. So that comes later down the line. Good. Up, squeeze. All right, up, squeeze. Great job. Let's go 2 more. Give me 1 more. 2, 1, and got it. Very nice. Okay, back up for our lunges. Again, if you have knee pain lunging, go to the wall sit. Modify that to the wall sit. All right, here we go. Shake them out. Shake them out. All right, and let's get it. 2, 1, and boom. Okay, stepping back, a little tap, drive it up. Now, a lot of people think of lunges as going forward, right? Where you'd go forward like this, and I probably just went out of the camera there. But I like reverse lunges. They are quite a bit more knee friendly than a forward lunge. So you'll see a lot of reverse lunges in my workouts and in my programs. Right. A little tap of that back knee on the ground. We're looking good. Make sure we're alternating. Right now, left leg back, then right leg back. Drive it up again. This is targeting our quad. Top of the leg right here. 2, 1, and good. Okay, here's where, got to give that grip a little break. We're going back to our bicep curls here. Got neutral grip at the bottom, underhand grip at the top. Nice and controlled, not swinging all over the place. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Strict curls. 2, 1, and we're going. Up, squeeze. All right, now I will give you a little ninja tip on this one. When you get to the top, kind of turn your pinkies in. But you don't have to go crazy on this, but you should feel a little extra bicep as you turn your pinky a little bit, kind of almost over rotating at the wrist there, but should feel a little extra squeeze in the bicep. Flex at the top, show it off, and then control on the way down, full stop, and then back up. All right, good job, perfect form. Give me 1 more, 2, 1, and good. Okay, we're gonna come down to the bridges, and now we're gonna add in the extra dumbbell, because I guarantee your glutes are strong enough for this. Yeah, I know the weight is not gonna be absolutely perfect for every single exercise if you only have just 1 or 2 sets of dumbbells, but we're making it work. 2, 1, and boom. So now I stack 2 on, but I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hold them there. I'm gonna squeeze my glutes for 2 seconds. And a lot of times when you add in that second dumbbell, whether you're using like 5s, 10s, 15s, you really start to feel your glutes work better once you get some more weight on there. Your glutes are your most powerful muscle in your body. So they are capable of probably lifting more than you think if you're just starting out. But again, I'm fine starting out fairly slow, fairly cautious. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just really get the form, get the movement down. And then as you get comfortable with this stuff, then add some extra weight. 2, 1, and good. All right, we're working on the flies. But flies again, this is bad. You're gonna wreck your shoulder like this. I want us to do this position right there. Every single rep, every single one. All right, let's do it. This is our last exercise. We've made it through 2 rounds, or almost 2 rounds. 2, 1, and we are rocking. Reach, reach, reach. We'll tap on the ground, power up, and then you're gonna stop. Again, you're stopping right there. This is doing nothing for us. We wanna stop there and keep the tension on our pecs, on our chest. Up, 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 squeeze, stop right there. All right, bring it back down. Good job. Think hands about as far apart as you could possibly get them, but always maintaining that little bend in the elbow on the way out. The arms are gonna be straight at the top, but then when we fly back down, we're gonna unlock, little tap, give me one more. That's gonna be 2, 1, and very nice. Woo. And that is how you do a full body workout there. We work the legs, we work the hips with the glutes, we got some crunching in there, we got some shoulders, some chest, we did a little bis, we did a little tris. This is a really, really good workout for you to start with. I encourage you to do this a couple times and just get more comfortable with the form here. Don't worry so much about increasing the weight and going crazy on that. That'll come with time. Just work on your form, make sure you're doing things safely and correctly. And then as you get some heavier dumbbells, you buy a set of adjustable dumbbells, then you can really start working on that progressive overload and building some strength, building some muscle. That way, we got foundational stuff here. Get nice, crisp, clean form down, and then let the rest come. All right, Romanian deadlift tutorial right here. Go check that out because that's probably the trickiest exercise we did. I'll see you in that video. Get some practice rounds in there, get that down, and you'll be set. All right, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next video.